Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? This is Elizabeth, and I'm coming to you from Sedona, Arizona. Today is Saturday, January 25th, and I wanted to make a quick video for you all. I used the Herbal Tarot deck today and pulled 3 cards, and then I pulled an Oracle card from the Herbal Healing deck. You can see here, really beautiful. So let's get right into it. What came out was the Magician with the Ace of Wands. And you can see here, each card is associated with a different herbal ally, let's say. So with the Magician coming out, it seems that we are wanting to manifest and bring ideas into life. And with this Magician, you can see he has a crystal ball in one hand, and his other hand is pointing down toward the physical realm. So he's connected to the ether and to spirit and to cosmic energies, and he's using this crystal ball to magnify and attract those energies. And with his finger pointing down, he's showing how there's a flow from the cosmic energies down into the physical plane. And he's also sort of pointing at all of the aces that he has, and each one represents a different element. We have fire, air, earth, and water. And each of the facets of our life that each of these elements represents. So this Magician, he holds all of the aces, all of the potentiality for everything that ever is capable of being brought into our physical plane. So cups being water and the flow of emotions and feelings and our heart's desire. Pentacles being all of the things in the physical, whether that's money, abundance, career, home, relationships even. And swords being the potentiality for mastery over our thoughts, higher thinking, open-mindedness, having a clear vision. And of course, wands being our inspiration, our creativity, our passions, and all of the ideas surrounding what we desire, fire energy. And so this Magician, you see in the background, is all yellow, and that's showing the sort of the golden light of heaven that is surrounding him. So it's a very happy card. It's a card that's just full of every potential that ever exists in our lives and what we're able to bring into this earthly plane, being connected as above and so below. Now with the Ace of Wands coming in, it's like we have 2 aces, because we have the Ace of Wands and then we have the Ace of Wands. So clearly the theme here is surrounding our passion, our desires, creativity, enlightenment, as you see here with these beams of sunlight coming through the clouds, having sort of aha moments, light bulbs being turned on within us of the things that we are passionate about and what's driving us, the very yang energy coming in. And interestingly enough, we just had the Chinese New Year of the rat, which is the metal rat, and that is a very yang energy of making things happen. Solar plexus, yellow solar plexus, yellow solar plexus, the will, the drive. So very interesting here. And with astragalus root, astragalus is often used to ground. It's used for grounding. So that being very important to sort of have that connection, be connected and anchored and grounded. It helps to alleviate sort of spaciness that can often happen, you know, when we are opening up the channels to cosmic energies. We can kind of almost get stuck up in in that realm, in the ether, but it shows the significance of grounding and anchoring that energy. So being a clear channel from our crown chakra all the way down to our root chakra, and being aligned in that energy and centered in that energy. So coming into alignment. The third card that came out from this deck was the King of Swords. And again, that is speaking to the sort of higher mind, right? The king is the master of his thoughts, very clear thinking, as you can see with the butterfly floating or flying over his head, showing that there's been a transformation of his thought processes and how he has mastered the suit of swords. And he's holding the sword in his left hand, which is signifying being open-minded and not, even though the King of Swords, it represents Aquarius energy and it is a fixed energy, still being open-minded. And then his yellow robe signifying, again, going back to the yellow of creativity, and the St. John's wort being yellow as well, and that signifying, you know, creative ideas. So being able to channel our creative ideas through this beautiful way of thinking, this very clear vision that's both honest with oneself and others. St. John's wort is often used to combat nervousness, hyperactivity, you know, a racing mind, that kind of thing. So very interesting that that's coming through, showing us that we really have to have a clear head in order to manifest, communicate, because the magician is ruled by Mercury. And so that is all about communication, communicating our ideas, our feelings, our goals, our desires, our passions. So the King of Swords coming in to sort of support this energy, right? And interestingly too, because Yarrow root is often used to open up the channels to the divine, open up our crown chakra. So we see grounding and crown chakra again, just this opportunity to be connected and to ground. So the flow, because we are a spiritual being having a physical experience. So that connection between our higher self and our physical self, just sort of solidifying that connection, integrating our connection from our higher selves to our physical self here in the physical world, in the 3D. So I thought this was really beautiful. So I'm wondering what everyone is trying to bring forth, what everyone is trying to manifest, what this wand signifies for everyone, because it is about our passions, our desires. And desire isn't wrong if we can channel it properly. And that's where this Vitex tree comes in from the herbal healing deck. So Vitex is a small but mighty tree, and it has been used for thousands of years to sort of balance and regulate hormones, for lack of a better word, again, going back to the physical body. So it was traditionally used as for chastity, so to regulate like being over sexualized. But then they kind of found that for women who were postmenopausal, taking Vitex as a tonic could also help to increase libido. So it is really more of a balancing herbal ally. It's more balancing than it is either increasing or decreasing. It sort of gives us what we need, whether it's an increase or a decrease in vitality, Vitex, vitality. And it does speak to self-mastery. And you can see it again flows so beautifully with this reading because it shows trees are obviously deeply anchored and rooted in Gaia, in the earth, in the physical plane. But you can see even this tree herself has a connection, a crown chakra explosion, an opening of the crown chakra. And here we see this tree's energy centers just being aligned so beautifully. So again, we're getting the message of as above, so below, connecting through our crown and anchoring it into this 3D, this flow, this beautiful flow. And we can even see, I would say this is like her heart chakra here, sort of illuminated as well, like a star. So yeah, I wanted to just share this real quickly. And also the bottom of the deck for the Herbal Tarot was the Star card. And interesting that these Aquarian energies are coming out, both the King of Swords and then the Star card being at the bottom of the deck because we are early on in Aquarius season. And the Star card being one of finding your true north, your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, deeply healing. This is a very healing energy. This comes after the Tower, which comes after the Devil. So moving through those energies and feeling in a place where we have done healing work and we are finding our true north. We're finding what our deepest wish is again when you wish upon a star. Anything your heart's desire will come to you, right? So we've got some really beautiful energies. I think the yang energy definitely coming through, but also with the Star card coming in and Vitex coming in, we have some really beautiful feminine yin energies to balance out this spread. And I think it's something to really consider, just that, are you doing too much of one? Are you grounding and anchoring and working on your root chakra too much? Or are you opening up the crown too much and working with the ethers too much? And it's just a balancing act, really. Because this is sort of like the catalyst, is this deep desire, inspiration, creativity, that's coming from God, essentially from source, from your highest self, your angels, all of that. It's really all about this and what we're going to do with this and how we're going to manifest this into the physical. You can even see the King of Swords, sitting on this rock, showing that he is grounded. He is grounded, and his sword is pointed straight up towards, the sky. So he has a direct connection with spirit as well, and he is anchored as well. So this is like very, very clear to me. This whole spread here, this very short, lovely spread, is so clear what's being shown to us as a guide of how to manifest our deepest wish, our deepest wishes, our true north, and the water energy coming in with Aquarius. Aquarians can be seen as detached and cool and very logical, very fair and logical. But they are the water bearer. So they hold all the emotions because they're the water bearer. They have all the deep feels, all the feels, but it's sort of like it is channeled again in a way where there's high-mindedness and logic, right? And logic, using the higher mind. So I hope that this resonates for some of you. It really resonates for me a lot, I have to say. And then the bottom of the deck for the herbal healing deck was hops and celebration. And that speaks to knowing when to just take a time out and rest and celebrate and relax and sort of, hops obviously was used to make beer for, centuries and centuries and still is. But it's also a powerful herbal tonic that is used to sedate, but also really just to relax. Sometimes we get really, really caught up in all of this that we don't know when to stop and just take some time to lay in the grass and have a beer or whatever that looks like for you. Not necessarily have a beer, but just really relax and celebrate and feel the beauty that is all around us at all times. So I wish you all nothing but the best and a beautiful weekend. And whenever you are seeing this or hearing this will be the perfect time, as everything is always in divine order. Sending love and many blessings from Sedona. Take care. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.